Hello, I'm Mike, and this 2021 BMW M440i has caused quite a bit of controversy ever since it was first revealed, mainly for that front end, which is why I'm starting this video from the back end. And we will get to the styling a little bit later, but right now what I want to find out first is how good it actually is. So let's go for a drive. The 2021 BMW M440i receives an updated version of the 3-liter inline-6 turbocharged engine. The update being that it's now a hybrid. It's not a hybrid in the traditional sense like you would find in a Toyota Camry, for example, but it's a 48-volt hybrid system, so similar to Mercedes-Benz's EQ system. This hybrid system has a few things to do. Firstly, it aids the engine when you have your foot on it or when you're just gently accelerating from a stop. This in turn saves you a little bit of fuel. It fills the torque gaps between shifts so that you still have that feeling of acceleration. And it gives you a much faster and smoother auto start-stop feature. Actually, if you come slowly to a stop, it'll actually shut off the engine before you actually fully stop. Another interesting thing that it can do is if you're in Eco Pro mode and all the parameters of the engine and the cabin, for example, the heating inside the cabin are met, then it'll actually shut off the engine when you're coasting. Of course, as soon as you touch the throttle pedal or the brake pedal, the engine's going to kick right back up like that. All of these things help the M440i achieve a fuel economy figure of 7.7 liters per 100 kilometers on a highway and 10.5 liters per 100 kilometers in a city. But at the other end of the spectrum, if you don't really care too much about saving fuel and you just want to have some fun, this engine will produce 382 horsepower and 368 pound-feet of torque. Because of this hybrid system and the aid of the electric motor with that instant torque, 0 to 100 kilometers an hour is over and done with in 4.3 seconds. And it also gives you a really good punch to your backside. You really feel like you're accelerating and getting pushed into the back of your seat. My only complaint about this engine is the way it sounds. Last year I drove an M340i, but it didn't have the new mild hybrid system. The new 2021 does have it. But the old one, without the hybrid, it just made some really nice pops and bangs every time you shifted or when you let go of the throttle. This new one doesn't do any of that. It does sound okay at higher RPMs, and at lower RPMs it kind of sounds like a 4-cylinder, but it's just missing some of that character. And I know some of the pops and bangs of the old non-hybrid version were probably fake, but you know what? It made things much more exciting. Changing gears is an 8-speed automatic transmission, and I have zero complaints about it. The shifts are quick and very, very smooth. Even if I want to take over control using the steering wheel mounted paddle shifters in comfort mode, never mind sport mode, the shifts are quick. But the real treat of the BMW M440i is the way it goes around corners. Here in Canada, it is only available with all-wheel drive, xDrive all-wheel drive, and of course it is a rear bias system. It doesn't have a disconnect feature, so it can't become completely rear-wheel drive, but it still feels very much like a rear-wheel drive car. The steering weight is pretty much perfect. It's not overly light, but it's not so heavy that maneuvering at slow speeds feels like you've just been at the gym. The response is immediate. Even minute turns of the steering wheel quickly and directly translate to changes in the front wheels. With the M Enhanced package, the 2021 BMW M440i gets equipped with adaptive M suspension. In its softest setting, the ride is noticeably firmer than other non-sporty luxury coupes, but it's not an uncomfortable ride. Switch the suspension to sport mode and the ride is noticeably firmer still. However, while you may want to play Minesweeper around bigger potholes, you can still drive with the suspension on its stiffest setting around city streets. The seats, however, provide the most comfort. They are plush but also supportive. There are multiple lumbar adjustments, side bolster adjustments, and thigh extension. The interior of the 2021 BMW M440i is actually quite spacious. I am 6'4", but as you can see, I have loads of knee room and plenty of headroom. Visibility all around is also really good. The front doors are pillarless, which just add to the cool factor, and the back windows are really big, so when you do your shoulder check, you can easily see if there's a car next to you. The only downside is the back seats, as you would expect from a luxury coupe. They're strictly there just for the kids. You don't want to be there if you're an adult. You could drop the 40-20-40 split fold rear seats for more cargo space, as the trunk is relatively small at 340 liters of cargo space. The 2021 BMW M440i xDrive starts at 64,950 Canadian dollars. This particular demo vehicle came equipped with the Premium Excellence and M Enhanced track packages. In the United States, the features are packaged a bit differently than here in Canada, and there are more standalone options. The Premium Excellence package adds features like a power-operated trunk, ambient lighting, wireless phone charging, Wi-Fi hotspot, Harman Kardon sound system, traffic jam assist, Driving Assistant Pro, Parking Assistant Plus, and BMW laser headlights. One of my favorite features is the drive recorder. Essentially, it's a dash cam, but instead of just looking at the front, it also records to the side and rear using the surround view cameras. Speaking of which, you can have a 3D model of the M440i in the surround view cameras menu that allows you to look around the car. Okay, now on to the styling of the M440i. And starting with the back, it looks pretty similar to its 3 Series brother. It has similar exhaust pipes, although they are fakes. It has similar fake vents here as well, but the taillights are different and, in my opinion, a little bit better looking on the 4 Series compared to the 3 Series. And on the side, it looks like how a luxury coupe should look like. It has that flowing and sweeping rear end, the big 3/4 panel, and this new 4 Series has fewer lines down the side. It looks a little bit more boring in my opinion compared to the last generation 4 Series, but hey, to each their own. And also this particular demo vehicle is on winter tires. That's why these 18-inch wheels look kind of small. And finally, we arrived to the front and that brand new BMW grille. Don't you just love it? Okay, I know that quite a lot of people have been hating on it, but after seeing it in person, do you know what? I kind of like it. I know I'm in the minority on this, but I'm sure that there are at least a few of you out there who also like this new BMW grille. And I have to commend BMW on making it. It's different and bold. Sure, it's not to everyone's taste, but like I said, I like it. Overall though, I like the look of the new 4 Series. I think it looks great. The interior of the 2021 BMW M440i takes a lot of its inspiration from the BMW M850i. In fact, all current generation BMW cars look pretty much the same inside. Some would argue that it's conservative, especially when compared to a Mercedes-Benz interior. But for me, it's a good-looking interior. So in the end, the 2021 BMW M440i is not for everyone. However, I personally do like it. I really like how it drives. I like the interior, even though it's a little bit on the conservative side compared to Mercedes-Benz, and I even like this front grille. It starts at $65,000 Canadian, which is broadly the same starting price as the Mercedes-Benz C43 Coupe and Audi S5. But spec one up like how this one is, and you're looking at around $79,000 Canadian. That is pricey, but that's what we pay these days for luxury coupes. If you can get past this front grille, then this is a fantastic car and I highly recommend it to you. If you want to know more about this 2021 BMW M440i, I wrote a more detailed review of it over on my website. You can find that link in the video description. And as always, I will see you in the next car or truck, or it'll probably be an SUV next time. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.